Okay, let's begin. Good morning, everybody. Thank God for today's live. Okay, we'll start. Planning and Control Management Part 3, how to establish or develop detailed baseline program. Our previous episode was Part 3, Session 3, which we discussed resource and cost loading detailed baseline program, first segment. And here our current episode for today's Part 3, Session 4, the same topic, but on the second segment. Okay, our topic for today is the continuation of Part 3, Session 3, about resource and cost loading detailed activities on the second segment. So we're on the second segment today. Okay, let's start loading the detailed resource and expense assignment that we have prepared from last session into our detailed baseline program. So we will open our Primavera P06. Okay, here we go. Now we are organized by float path, so we will retrieve the organization by WBS. Okay, and then apply. Okay, here we go. So we are on the. Okay, let's make this clear. We will remove this WBS. We don't need this anymore. The column for WBS, we will remove it. Okay, apply. Okay, we will start from mobilization. Okay, so looking at our data, we need a laborer, which is 5 laborers, and duration is 15. So it is already updated here. So we have our medium-sized truck, which is 1. Even though the figure here is correct, but you need to type it again because sometimes Primavera calculates it and there are some decimal contained on it. So there might, like for example, this data, there might see some 1 point something units per time. So to be sure, just type the figure again. Okay, and then we have here 15. That's correct. How about truck driver? We have 1 and 15. So we have to input 1 and then 15. 15. All of this 15 and then 15. Actually, when you input the duration, when we input the duration here, it automatically reflects on the resource duration, sum of the resource duration. Okay, but some, not really all, but some of which are automatically updated. Okay, so we have here our 5. And how about our budgeted units? Here is 200. Okay, so we're done. Okay, next we'll go to site construction. That is the laborer is the fuel is 400. Okay, well, we have already changed 400 here. And then how about the duration? So we have 30 days duration here. So the duration automatically reflects. Okay, let's laborer is also 5 and 1 and 1. Okay, and then 400. So we're fine. So we'll go to construction temporary facilities. Take note, you have to if you want to load the resources into the activity, highlight the activity, and then go to the bottom window, window of the activity detail and click resource. Okay. Let's check. Do we have any expenses? Okay, no. Expenses, no. I think the expenses is here in the temporary facilities establishment. Okay. Laborer, Let's say we will go first to the expenses. We have here 300,000 for the, okay, it's already updated. Okay, and then under the resources, so we'll go to resource tab. The laborer is what? 9, 9 and 5. And we have how many days duration? 15. Okay. So how about here in installation of temporary facilities, we will go to expenses, and expenses should be 200,000. And next we will move to resources. So we have 9.5 also, 9 for the laborer per day, and 5 for the skilled, and the duration is 15. Okay, 15. So we will go to construction, site clearing. Under the construction is site clearing. So okay, we will start from the dump truck. We have 1, and the duration is, we will move this column price because it is, move it here at the end. Okay, apply. 1 and 10, no. Dump truck 1 and 10, that's right. That is 1 and 10. How about the excavator? That is 1 also, 1 and 10. The grader, no, the heavy equipment operator, we don't have any grader here, so we will delete this. We will remove this one because on site clearing, I think grader is not yet required, so we will remove it. Okay, we will go to heavy equipment operator. We have 1 and 10. Okay, next is the laborer. So in the laborer, we have 2 and 9 duration. A ruler. Uh, Actually, the resource here is loaded. The ruler here is loaded in the resource because we copied the activities on the tender schedule, which has a ruler resources. So that is why it appears in here. So for now, we are working on the detailed. So on the detailed activities, the ruler is not yet required. So we will remove it. Okay, skilled is 2, and then the duration is 9. Okay, let's move to the excavation. I think there is no expenses here. Okay. Dump truck, excavation dump truck is 1, and the duration is 60. So that's fine. It's okay. Excavator is 1, 60 duration. Grader is, no, we don't need grader yet here, right? Excavation and backfilling. So we don't have the grader here, so we will remove it. And then how about heavy equipment operator? We have 3, and the duration is 60. And how about labor? Labor is 3, and that is 113. And how many duration? 60 also. How about the ruler? We don't need it yet, so remove it. And then we will go to skilled. Under the skilled is, we have 3 for 60 durations also. Okay, we will go to grading. 113360. Okay, grading. We will go to grading. Highlight grading and then look at here. Under the grading, we have dump truck of one dump truck, and the duration is 20. About the excavator, we have one. The duration is 20 also. And the grader, so we need the grader here now, which is equals to 1 and 60. And then heavy equipment operator, we have 2 and 60. How about laborer? Heavy equipment operator. The laborer is, we have 4. And the duration is 60. Okay, and then we have here the ruler. We don't need it yet here. Under the grading, dump truck, excavator, grader, heavy equipment, laborer. I think ruler is not yet required. Okay, let's remove it. And then here is 4 and 60. Okay, so we will move to compaction. Okay, under the compaction, we have here the grader, compaction dump truck is not required, so we will remove it. Excavator, do we need it? No. Okay, and then grader, we need 1 and 30 days duration. Heavy equipment operator, we need 2 at 40 days duration. And how about ruler? Grader equipment ruler. So we need the ruler here. We are required here 4. No, 1 only. 1 ruler for 85 days. So this is correct. And then you have the grader 130. You have the equipment 240. And ruler is 185. We have our laborer, which is 4 by 53 days. And our skilled worker is 4 by 53 days. Okay. So next we will go to drainage. 1, 2, 4, 4, 1, 185, 30, 40, 85. We will go here to the site drainage network under only trenching work. So heavy equipment operator, how many? 5. We have 5 heavy equipment operator needed in here for 9 days. And also trencher, how many days? 5 and 9 days duration. Next is the laborer. How many? Oh, the same 5. And the skilled is 5, all of them 5. But under the laborer and skilled, they need 10 days. Okay, so we will move to drainage construction. Okay, this is 5, 5, 5, 5, 9, 10, 10, 9. So we'll go to drainage construction. Under the drainage construction, we have only the laborer. We are only required for here in trenching, we are required 4 resources. Here in the drainage construction, we have only 2. Of course, there is no equipment needed, so we will remove the operator. We will remove the trencher. Okay, our laborer here. Okay, our laborer here is how many? Five. That is five, and the duration is 35. So it is okay. So we will go to next drainage construction. We're done here. Concrete road network. So under the concrete road network, we have here the form works. We only need the laborer and skilled. So we put 7 days here, and this is 20. Okay, this is correct. Then we'll go to concreting. We have also the laborer needed here and skilled. So it is 8 days for each for 20 days. Okay. Next is go to perimeter wall. So under the perimeter wall, we also needed laborer and skilled, no equipment. So how many days is it? Earthworks. Under the earthworks, we have 10 days, 10 units per day. For how many days? It's 30. Okay, correct. This is 30. We'll go to concrete coating. That is 10 units per day and 60 days. Okay, this is 10, 10, 60, 60. Okay, we will go to concrete column. The same, 10, 60, 10, 10, 60 days duration. We will go to CHB wall. Under PCHB wall is also 10, 10, 10 for 82 days. Okay, and then we will move to guardhouse. So under the guardhouse, okay, wait, guardhouse, where are you? Okay, under the guardhouse, we have the requirements. What? For the guardhouse, is laborer and skilled also. 2 units per day for 72 days. So two for 72 days. I think there is no changes here. About the gates, the same laborer for 230 days, 2 and 30 days duration for the gates. Now we'll move to site clearing. I think there is no changes here. They are still the same as in the tender schedule. We didn't split or broken down the activities in here. So I think this is fine already. Also for the mobilization and also for the project management, resources is still the same. Okay, for the demobilization, I think we have to look at the demobilization. The site clearing is okay. 5, 2, 15, 15. Okay, about demobilization, we have 511. Okay, 5, 1, and 1. That is for how many days? We have 8 days. And how much is the fuel consumption budget? It's 160 days. 160 liters. Okay. So I think we're done. So what we need to do here is to check the total budgeted cost of the tender program, if it is really correct, meaning the total budgeted cost without the markup. Okay. So let's check. Okay, this is the total budgeted. This is a suspense, the total budgeted cost here is 710,658,800. Okay, take note of it. And we will open our, what do you call this? Our tender A program without markup. Okay, we will open it using this shortcut menu for project window. Okay, this is the one with, I think this is the direct and indirect. So this is the one without markup. So we will open it, hoping that our total budgeted cost should be the same so that we will not be repeating our work. Okay, 17,658,800. So they are the same, right? So that means in the tender program, which is more generic activities contained on it, the amount here is 17,658,800. Now, if we look at our detailed baseline program, so contractually, we should be arriving or into the same budgeted total cost from tender down to detailed baseline program, because the contract only states that the total amount should be 17,658,800. So when we convert this tender program into a detailed program, it does not mean that the budgeted total cost shall change. Okay, because the contract only states that the total amount of the project is 17,658. I mean 17,658 without the markup cost that we have calculated before. Okay, so we will get back to our detailed baseline program. So that means we are doing the detailed baseline program accurately. So the next step is, okay, the next step here is to calculate the markup cost again. Because previously the tender program has a few number of activities. We calculated the markup cost, but it is only for intended for a few number of activities. While here in this detailed baseline program, we broken down this into pieces or into smaller units of work. So that is why we have to recalculate the markup cost. But hook or by crook, the total budgeted cost of the contract or project should be the same for both tender program and the detailed baseline program. There must no changes on the contract price. Okay, the only changes is that in detailed baseline program it is a more detailed than the tender program, but the total cost should be the same. Okay, let's do it. So just take note that okay. So what we will be doing now, we will run the global change to calculate the activity, resource, and expenses assignment markup cost. And take note that the previous markup calculations was for tender program, and this one is for the awarded project detailed baseline program. But let us make it sure that the total budgeted cost of our detailed baseline program must be the same as the tender program. So this time the calculation is much quicker because we have already established the global change formulas. So only a slight modification on it, then we're done. Okay. Okay, let's do it. So we will go to just this one, global change. So what should be the formula of our program for the detailed baseline schedule? So we will go to the resource budgeted cost method A, right? Because we were using the method A calculation. So let's modify it. Okay. Okay. So going back here, so we have to use the activity resource assignment. So this is correct. Resource. So this one, we will change it. We will create a copy of this one. Okay. We will copy this formula. So Control C, or just click the button copy here at the right side. Click it, and then paste. So here we will rename this as a resource budgeted cost for, let's say, detailed baseline program. So we will just put the abbreviation detailed baseline program resource budgeted cost. Okay. Okay. We will modify. We will review the formula. Okay. Modify it. So here it's okay. Resource is okay. Global change name is okay. So the project, what should be the project? Of course, the project should be equals to our DBP, our current, what do you call, DBL, our current project that we are working right now. So double click it. Okay, here we go. So that means it is filtered for our current project only. So the other project stored in our Primavera will not be affected. Okay. Actually, we should have to make a backup for our current program. But anyway, I am pretty sure that we can work on this accurately. Otherwise, it will be a disaster. Okay, next. So looking at the formula here, so this is already fine, right? So we will be applying the 10% also. Everything should be the same for or from the tender program. So the formula is still the same, only the filtering is different. Okay, we will run it. But before that, we will check the, let's close it first. We will check here the schedule options that this recalculate should be removed. Okay. We have to remove that one because we don't need it to, the recalculation is not needed. Okay, let's close. So we have already removed it. And then, okay, let's run it. Okay, then we will go to here. Global change, resource, budgeted cost, DBP, modify. Okay, let's review the formula again. So are we sure for this formula? Or if we are sure, then we will go. We'll proceed. Click this change. What happened? No. Budgeted cost, A, direct, A, B, okay. B plus C. A is the subtotal of C plus D. No, A plus D. And then contractor's profit should be A multiplied by 10%. G should be the subtotal of E plus F, correct? And the value added tax should be the percentage of the last or cumulative subtotal mod G multiplied by 15%, and the budgeted cost, the new one, what should be the subtotal cumulative subtotal plus the value added tax, which is H. Okay, let's click run, change, and then yes. Okay, here is the new values. Okay, hoping that this will be correct, or otherwise we will be repeating our work. Okay, shall we commit it? Okay, here at the bottom, there is a commit changes. Just click it, and then would you like to save the changes? Just no. Okay. Okay. Look at the value here. Let's close it. Oh, if you can see the value here, what do you call this? It already changed. So we will show the resource here. Let's say, for example, here and the click. So we will show the user-defined parameters that we use. So under the budgeted unit, we will go to the user-defined field. We will show the, let's say first the direct and indirect cost. Okay. And then let's move this up. Let's move this up. Okay. Next, we will show the overhead. Next, we will show the contingency. We will show also the contractor's profit and the value added tax. Okay. Okay, then apply. So here, as you can see here, we have already calculated the direct and indirect cost previously is 20,000. That was where there was no markup cost yet. So this is the overhead 2,000, the contingency, and the contractor's profit and the value added tax. Once you add all of these items this way from here down here, from here, here, and here, you will come up to this amount. Okay, I hope so. So what else? The next thing we need to do is to calculate the markup cost for the expenses. Okay, so we will go again. We will show here in our column the let's say all the budgeted cost for the anyway, we don't need it. We will just open our layout previously. That was with I think this one. Okay, here we go. So we will be okay. Our WB is here. We have to it's so very detailed, so we will change the label into using this one. Have you seen this one? If you click this one, it will be rolled up into it will spread out every activity. If you click this one, it will collapse into a project label. You see, if you click this one, it will collapse into a activity label. Okay. If you click this one, you can select a label that you want to show or display. So we will look, let's say 2, and then apply. No. WB is label. So we will have to look at this grouping, and we will show here it is shown 2. That is why the selection is only 2, but we have to show all the label. Okay, we're using all the label. Okay, apply. And then we will spread it out. Okay. So it looks better than before. So here, we have already our expense costs, which is 500,000, but it has no markup cost yet. Only the labor, non-labor, and materials for the resources has the markup costs, which increase the total amount budget costs. Okay. So we will run for the markup cost of the expense cost. So how to do it? We have already our, here in the global change, we have already our formula created on it. And what we need to do is just to review it and modify or rectify or some rectify if needed. So here we go. Here it is. The expenses budget cost for method A. So what we need to do, we have to create a copy on this. Just highlight it and then click copy here and then paste. And then we will rename it into expenses budget cost for detailed baseline program. I think we should have to use it, DBP, detailed baseline program. And also we will, okay. So it is to highlight it and we will modify it first. So it is under the project expenses, so that is correct. And expense budget, the name is, that's fine. Okay, the project. So we have to apply this formula into a specific project, which is our current project. So it should be equals to, here it is shown tender A. Once you miss this or you leave this as tender A, and then you run this formula, so your tender A project will be ruined. Okay. So be sure that you have the right parameters, you have the right filtering before you run this global change. So we will select our project now is DBP. So just type DB. Okay, the project here is DBL. Okay. So I think we're safe. Only the current project will be affected. Okay. Here, was this really the one that we prepared? Okay, J K L M N O P Q. So this is the variable that we designate in our project expense parameters. So this is fine. K is equals to J multiplied by 10%. The subtotal should be K plus L. Okay, that's fine. The N, which is the subtotal again, which is equals to K plus M, that's fine. And the contractor's profit should be N multiplied by 10%. Okay, that's fine. And we have P, which is equals to N, which is the subtotal, so N plus O. Okay. And the value added tax should be the subtotal plus the subtotal, the last cumulative subtotal multiplied by 15%, which we assume, and that's right. And then the budgeted total cost new that will be derived will be equals to the last cumulative subtotal plus the value added tax, which is P plus Q. So that's fine. So is there anything else in our formula that may create errors? For me, that is already fine. So let's run it, change, and then yes, and then commit, and then no. Okay. Okay. So what do you think? Are they the same with the tender program or not? When I look at it, 26,806,058.40 and the expense is 759. It looks pretty accurate, you know. Okay, take note of this, and we will look at our program for the tender A if this match with our tender A. Okay, 26,806,058.40. So we will open our project for tender A, this one. Okay, let's open it. Okay, how much is the total budgeted cost? 26,806,058.40. So that is perfectly the same. The expense cost is 759. So, okay, congratulate ourselves because we did it right. Okay, so now we have already our detailed baseline schedule, in which the total or the budgeted total cost or the contract amount conforms with the tender program. Okay. So the results is acceptable now, and that is okay. So I think that is enough for today. Let's take a break. Now here is the our next episode will be what? Here is our next episode. Okay, next episode is part 3, session 5, how to establish detailed baseline program that is creating a report layout for detailed baseline program. Okay, so that means we have to prepare a report or just a to be shown, wait for a while. Okay, to be shown to our or to be distributed into our project teams. So see you in the next episode. And this is an opportunity to thank you. Like, uh, just click like, subscribe, and share. Okay. Okay. So end of our session. God bless to all and goodbye.